This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOPTV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOPTV, Voice of the People Television.
It's a season of love, a season of joy, a season to celebrate you because you deserve it. From all of us at Voice of the People TV, we only want to wish you a very merry, happy Christmas and a prosperous new year ahead.
We're here with the leadership of VOP Television Lagos. We do appreciate this opportunity to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to our viewers all over the world and admirers. Cheers.
To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeat, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us.
Welcome to the locker room, the home of football talk that matters. I am Jerry Arpillon. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as we share the hot takes and hot debates in the exciting world of football. And joining me are the usual suspects, Ikechukwu and Mayowa, as we break down all the hot takes and everything that's happening in the football. Don't just watch football, live it with us. Catch us on the locker room and Voice of the People Television at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And like I always say, if not going to the talk, please just go.
And it's Hakim Ziyech who puts the
VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello peeps, my name is Yomi E. Adejimo.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi everyone, my name is Stacey Benjamin and this is
Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, I'm looking for good entertainment. You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you
VOP TV.
Merry Christmas and welcome to the Medianis and Voice of the People television. I am Fina Okechukwu. First, the headlines. Christians observes Christmas Day. Tinubu Governors Atiku urge peace. Troops urge vigilance at worship centers. Borno police deploy 1,000 officers after bomb blast. PDP condemns Borno mosque attack. CIT raises alarm over tax law changes. In business, Nigeria internet usage hits 1.24 million terabytes. In sports, Joe Boy, soldier headline AFCON Christmas break festivities. And in the world of entertainment, Venus Williams weds Italian actor Andre Ferretti. Now the news and details. Today is Christmas, a day Christians around the world celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. The season is marked with church services featuring carols, hymns, gospel reading, and saying the lightning of candles, symbolizing Christ as the light of the world. For many, Christmas represents peace, joy, and unity. It is also a time for reunion, reflection, and strengthening relationships. Some Nigerians who spoke with our correspondent Matthew Ogunsuada described Christmas as a season of compassion, togetherness, and hope. Meanwhile, the run-up to Christmas, some markets across parts of the country witness increased activities as people shop for food and essential items. In a number of states, major market and sales outlets in Oka, the state capital, experience hyper activities. Our correspondent in Oka, Anambra State, Sochima Promise,
Most respondents admit that traveling out of Oka to cities like Lagos and Abuja do not incur additional costs, while those coming in from those big cities into the southeast pay as much double the initial cost.
If I may say, Lagos and Abuja now, from Oka to Lagos now is cheap. And then from Oka to Abuja now is cheap, and from Lagos is cheap. But coming back is where the problem is. You understand? Now we are running on discount basis now. But coming back from Lagos now is where the problem is. It's just like phase 2 of it.
Some of these vehicles that you see here down in the east, most of them run empty to Lagos. We dispatch them empty to Lagos. Understand? And because if we didn't do that, our people will not see a bus to enter coming back. We didn't have any increase from here to Lagos. But definitely from Lagos to here, we must have increase because those vehicles that we dispatch empty, we put fuel inside with driver's allowance, you understand? So there must be an increase.
Okay, in terms of costs, they didn't increase the cost. So yeah, I think that's about it. The cost that's about February, sorry. It's almost the same as what we are paying now. In December.
Is there really a justifiable reason for the increase in transport fares now that the petrol price is on downward review?
Everything changed this festive period in the sense that all of a sudden there is this increase in price in terms of the cost of transportation. Now there is no reasonable reason that was given for the hike except festive period. The price of entering Siena as of last month, even this month, earlier this month, was 4,000 naira. But just in few days, like in fact not even in few days, like this same day, it increased by at least 80%, almost double the price. if I'm not mistaken. No, yeah, I'm not mistaken because that's what I'm actually paying currently for this transportation.
I don't understand. I came to Nsukka last week with 5,500 and I came back today and they say 10,000. Hey! Oh, this is serious. This is very, very serious. And it's fast though, but I'm frustrated. Like, yes, it's too much. The price is very, because of this festival season, I don't understand. They just increased it. I don't know what to say though.
As much as commuters complain of high costs, would they prefer to stem the trend of wanting to go home for Christmas? The answer is not far-fetched, and this goes to show that the economy of demand and supply will continue to play out in the transport sector. Such a promise. Voice of the People Television.
Also in Lagos, our correspondent Tony Demola Lokutan visited the Daleko market in the Solo area of Lagos, where traders expressed concern over declining sales in spite of slight drop in food prices.
Just days away, major markets in Lagos are expected to be bustling with activity. However, at Daleko markets, traders say business has been slower than usual as fewer customers are turning up to buy food items for the festive season. According to the sellers, prices of some staple items such as rice, beans, pepper, curry, vegetable oil, and poultry have slightly reduced compared to last year, yet sales remain low. Buyers who spoke to VOP TV said the challenge is not just price, but lack of money, noting that last year many prices were higher, they still managed to shop more for the celebration.
Price last year it was almost 95,000. Now it's been sold for 52, 53. Everything has come down, but there's no money. They should help us and bring money, so people should come and buy. So purchasing power has gone down. You understand? Fuel has gone down, the transportation cost has gone down, but where's the purchasing power? You understand? And you know, market determine price.
Some traders blame the low patronage on reduced purchasing power, rising transportation costs, and economic pressure that have left many households struggling to prioritize festive shopping. Despite the situation, people are hoping for a better Nigeria as the year evolves.
Present, the market is dropping. As for rice, is now 54, 55 for small rice. Some Nigerian rice we are selling it 54, 52. But as low as the price was, there was no movement of market. People don't enter market to buy. Last year we sell bag of rice 85,000, 84,000. People trooped in more than now. So it seems there is no money in the country. God will help us all in Jesus' name.
Our sales now is down. Ọjà wálẹ̀, rice wálẹ̀, gàrí wálẹ̀. In fact, I can say everything is in low price for now. But ọjà low sales lani.
There is no market, there is no money. That last year rice cost, but market day. But now, no market, no money. No anybody don't buy anything.
As festive season draws closer, traders remain hopeful for a last-minute rush, while buyers continue to navigate the realities of limited income. Oyindamola Olukutan reporting for Voice of the People TV.
Still in Lagos, a correspondent Onyeka Ogolo reports from the Mile 12 International Market. The prices of major food staples have eased, even as onions recorded a sharp increase.
At Lagos Mile 12 International Market, the usual Christmas rush is in full swing, with shoppers haggling traders, shouting prices, and barrel pushers waving through narrow aisles. This year, however, many shoppers are finding some relief. The price of foreign rice has dropped significantly and now selling for between 64 and 76,000 naira per 50 kilogram bag, far below last year's record high. Local rice remains stable at about 60,000 naira, while tomato and gari have always become more affordable.
Price of thing is high. We don't know, but maybe if government can help us, because maybe it's because of fuel or anything. Because when you call driver to help you carry load from one place to another, all this make goods cost They are complaining, no, fuel is too cost, all this. So we beg government to help us. Maybe they can help us with fixed price of market. That one could be better. So everybody will know that this is the normal price, and this is normal buy you buy, and this is normal price you sell. Maybe that one will be better in this Nigeria, because everybody doing her own, and which is not fair for we poor woman.
Onions prices have jumped sharply, with a bag now selling for as much as 130,000 naira, forcing many families to cut back to seek alternatives.
Now the market is the price is varies. Sometimes it's going up or come down. Like on Monday now, we sold bag at the rate of 80. As at was yesterday, the bag is 110, 120. The one that is not good, 100,000 per bag. So that is what affect the bowl now. Bowl, we sell 13, 14, but now we are selling correct one, we are selling 17 for the purple. But dry one is scarce inside market. Dry one, the bag of it now, last week that they brought it, they sold the bag at the rate of 160,000. So the little one that's inside market, inside the bowl, we are selling that bowl as you see, 27, 28. So what is happening there now? The price is not fixed.
Adding to the pressure are ongoing demolitions in Ketu Mile 12 artists by the Lagos State government, which commuters say has doubled travel time to market, making access more difficult during the busy season. Despite these challenges, traders and shoppers say Mile 12 market remains the cheapest option for many households, with food buying groups pooling resources to reduce cost ahead of Christmas.
This basket, you can sell it 50,000 naira. Wanna sell it. This one small one, 15,000 naira. Before they sell them 35 to 40. But the market don't move today, don't go, then they go up. People they come, they buy, people they rush, they come, they buy them. Already, now make the market don't they go up now. So maybe if it change, if people come plenty, the market go they high. Even market no come plenty, people come plenty, market go they off. So even not be Christmas, the thing they happen like that. So now Christmas, everybody they rush and they come buy market already. No saying season.
This period of December, Christmas period, our goods very, very cheap. It come down well. Like formerly, we are selling this bag 22, 23. But now we are selling 21, 20. Market, we don't even see anybody. We have a fufu from Edo State. In fact, their fufu is fantastic. Very nice. It don't smell. That one we used to count it. Like if you need this bag is 40,000. Full bag. But if you want retail, it's 1,000. They should come and help us because we are not selling. Many of us go on loan. So if you don't sell, how will you pay the loan?
With just days to Christmas, Mile 12 market reflects the reality of the season. Lower prices for some essentials, higher cost for others, and shoppers determined to celebrate despite these challenges. From Mile 12 markets, I am Onika Ribolo, reporting for VOP TV.
Also in Edo State, a correspondent through the journey reports that traders were experiencing low sales as rising food prices continue to affect businesses.
In Edo State have recorded lower than expected sales this Christmas as traders report that rising prices of food and goods are affecting business. The slowdown observed in major markets across the state comes despite the festive season, which usually sees high consumer spending. Traders noted that current sales are lower compared to previous years during the Yuletide period.
100,000, 120, small one 60,000, small driver one 40, crate 25. Before not be so, but now when you say that they do something, now they can go in here like that. Is it because of Christmas?
Road express is not a market. People are shading there, no way to come inside the market to buy things. The whole place is so jam-packed that you cannot even walk with your feet to come inside to buy things. Though things are down, the price calm down a little, but there's scarcity of money. People are not buying. You cannot see everybody sitting down. Just 2 days to wash night, you saw us sitting down. It's unusual.
People where they buy and they, we where they sell and we they.
He too dear. He pass 120, pass 130 for carton of fish. He too high. May government help us. May them bring am. And the second one where I want to meat, he dear. More money may go down.
Na die. Me too dear. If we when they buy, we buy not the correct. High. One cow head, 150, 120, 130 now.
Buyers are also limiting their purchases, focusing mainly on essential items due to the high cost of living.
They sell this fowl like 15,000-20,000, and the food we dey buy am before a bag 12,000. Now we dey buy a bag 25,000. So that's why this fowl there now like 30,000 and 35,000.
Parents cock we dey buy 80,000, 70,000. Now it say 27,000. It's too high now. The price too much. We not fit buy. Here suppose full for Christmas now. As they do Christmas, here we full for crowd. Now, nothing. So people not feature for Christmas. It's not good. Very, very bad.
Market users are appealing to the government to take action, urging measures to reduce prices and ease economic pressure on residents during the festive period. The subdued market activity highlights how inflation is impacting both traders and shoppers in Edo State this Christmas. In Benin, Rhoda Johnny, VOP TV News.
Still on the festivity period, the season is marked with church services featuring carols, hymns, gospel reading, and the lighting of candles symbolizing Christ as the light of the world. For many, Christmas represents peace, joy, and unity. It is also a time for reunion, reflection, and strengthening relationship. Some Nigerians who speak with our correspondent, Matthew Ogunswado, describe Christmas as a season of compassion, togetherness, and hope.
The federal government of Nigeria has officially declared Thursday, December 25 and Friday, December 26, 2025 as public holidays to mark Christmas Day and Boxing Day celebrations. The announcement was made in a statement by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Interior, Dr. Magdalene Ajani. Dr. Ajani called on Nigerians to use the Christmas season as a time for reflection, highlighting values traditionally associated with the birth of Jesus Christ, which include love, peace, humility, and sacrifice. Additionally, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, urged citizens across religious, ethnic, and social divides to take advantage of the festive period to pray for national unity, improved security, and sustainable development. Across the streets of Lagos, amid bubbling transport movements and busy marketplaces, Nigerians shared their views on what Christmas season truly means to them.
Christmas for me is about Jesus Christ. Christ lived a life, exemplary life, a standard that we are to live after. Because from the time, the beginning of mankind, we fell, we sinned, and he had to come to show us the way back to God. That was the whole essence. And anything outside of him being seen on Christmas doesn't show Christmas. All of the stuff people do about, well, it's good to celebrate, but the meaning of Christmas is about Jesus, and that was the whole essence. And at such a time like this, it calls for the government to take that example. If someone was selfless, someone was able to show a standard, I think our leaders are supposed to learn from that and leave a legacy, a standard, so much that it would affect mankind. Jesus affected mankind. So we are encouraged by the life he lived. As a matter of fact, it is through him that we get to God. Without him, we would not be able to go to God. So it's the way, the truth, and the life. So that is all about Christmas.
The benefit of a Christmas is to remember the birth of Jesus Christ. The benefit of people to share love to one another. Like, if you observe, you can see people are carrying pack of rice, people are carrying chicken. So when you have two, you give it out to one. That is the way of showing love.
The government will help us because we don't have money to celebrate this Christmas. As we are now, tomorrow is Christmas. We don't have any hope. We just sit down here. No money to buy rice, no money to buy fowl. Just sit down. As I did now, I never buy clothes for my pikin. Still they call me at my wife. Good. As I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I want government should help us.
Across different background and belief, Nigerians agree that Christmas is a time to strengthen bond, show kindness, and pray for a better nation, while urging the government to tackle the economic hardship plaguing the country. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. Matthew Ogunswada, reporting for Voice of the People Television.
Thank you so much, Matthew Ogunswada, for that wonderful coverage. As Christians across the country mark the birth of Jesus Christ today, President Bola Tinubu and all the national leaders have urged Nigerians to embrace peace, unity, and religious tolerance. In his Christmas message, President Tinubu reaffirmed his commitment to freedom of worship, stressing that no Nigerian should suffer discrimination because of their faith. He described religious tolerance as a core national value and commended Christians for their contributions to national development. Senate President Godswill Akpabio also congratulated Nigerians, urging them to promote peace, love, and generosity during the season. First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu called on Nigerians to uphold values of love, compassion, and kindness beyond Christmas, describing the season as one of the reflection and renewed commitment to one another. Across the states, governors echoed similar messages. Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborowori urged residents to embrace Christ-like virtues of sacrifice and compassion, while Katsina State Governor Diko Rada assured Christians of his administration's commitment to unity and freedom of worship. Bayelsa Governor Doye Diri encouraged citizens to draw strength from faith amid challenges, as Adamawa Governor Amadou Fintiri described Christmas as a symbol of hope despite economic and security concerns. The Nigeria Labour Congress President Joao Ajero extended Christmas greetings to Nigerian workers, wishing them peace and renewal, while former Vice President Atiku Abubakar called on Nigerians to use the season for healing, forgiveness, and national unity. Also, the Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Most Reverend Matthew Kuka, urged Nigerians not to lose hope despite prevailing hardship, describing Christmas as a season of enduring joy and divine presence. You're still watching the Media News and Voice of the People Television, and it's time for the Media News analysis. And joining us this afternoon, though virtually, to help analyze the story, especially regarding the Christmas celebration, is Pastor Martins Olusaki, the pastor in charge of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Freedom Court, Idi Araba, Lagos. Good afternoon, Pastor Martins.
Good afternoon to you. It's nice to be here.
Merry Christmas, and good to have you join today's Media News and Voice of the People Television.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's start off. Now, some Nigerians have already told us what they believe or think that Christmas is. And, they've explained it according to how they understand. Some, even those who are not Christians, also extended the whole felicitation and the joy that everyone is talking about today. But I would like you to help us as a man of God, help us explain in simple terms what Christmas means. If possible, it can, take us a little down the memory lane, how we have to get to this point where we are today to celebrate Christmas, that everyone, be it Christian, be it Muslim, be it atheist, be it traditionalist, everyone is celebrating today.
Thank you very much once again for the opportunity, and Merry Christmas to you and to all our viewers. Of course, Christmas is basically about the love of Jesus, the love of God to the world. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. It is important, and we're excited that God came in a human form to redeem, mankind. Every fruit starts with a seed. And God gave us a seed, Jesus, in the form of a baby, which we are celebrating today, the birth, of Jesus. So because of the love that God loved the world so much, right, that he gave sacrificially Jesus Christ. So that's why it is important that in Christmas we share love, we shout about love, we scream about love, because that is the whole essence of us coming together to celebrate
this season. God loved the world so much. He loved him enough to give his only begotten son, that God come in the form of human, flesh to redeem mankind. I think that is such an amazing thing for us to celebrate.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Martins. Now, can you also help us to tell us, why is it that Christmas is being considered to be a significant event? There was this. I was somewhere yesterday, and there was an argument. If there is no Christmas, would there be an Easter celebration? And if there is no Christmas, are we going to have Christians today and all that? So help us walk around the significance of this. Why is it that Christmas is considered a significant event?
Amazing. Yeah, as I said, Christmas is like the seed that bear the fruit of everything. So if there's no Christmas, of course, no Easter, Jesus Christ is not going to die. There's not going to be redemption of mankind, and Christianity, of course, will not exist. So it's a form of a seed to the word that we are in today. So Jesus Christ came to save the world, but he had to come through in the form of a human being, all right? And God had to come, and the word became flesh, and it dwelled among us. That is John chapter 1 and verse 14, all right? And we beheld his glory, the glory of the begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So God needed to redeem mankind, and God did not just jump from heaven and say, hey, here is God, I want to save you. But he came as a form of human, born in a manger, all right, to the family of Joseph, and Mary, and was nurtured, became a carpenter, and grew, in faith, learned the ways of God, and grew in spirit. The Bible says, and the child grew in wisdom and stature, and with favor with God and with man, and grew to a point where he could save humanity. And that is why we are celebrating this as a seed that God started this plan through giving birth to a child. For God so loved the world, he gave us his only begotten son. The Bible says, unto us a child is born, all right, unto us a son is given. So we are excited that the child is born unto us, and that is the significance of Christmas and the foundation of our faith as Christians. All right. So I think it's very important that we celebrate this, because this is the bedrock of everything. No Easter celebration, no Christian faith if Jesus did not come to die. Exactly. And the death of Jesus started from the birth of Jesus.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Martin. Now, another thing again, you just said something about Christmas being the bedrock of the whole, celebration and all that. How do you think people, especially families, can, celebrate Christmas in a way that it reflects its true essence? Because some people have already attached Christmas to be just the gift, the free food, the free drink, the parties, and every other thing. So how are we going to find a way to bring the real essence of this celebration back from family level to communities and, maybe to the world at large?
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Because Christmas is still about celebration. All right. When the shepherd heard about the news, they were excited. There was joy in the city. There was joy, there was peace to all. Even the angel has talked about the joy that Jesus Christ brought to humanity. So the whole essence of family, coming together, reminding ourselves about the love of God to us as a people. All right. And one most important thing that I want us to know is that the reason Jesus came is so that we can become part of God's family. All right. God is extending his family. So he brought Jesus to us so that we can be first part of the family. The Bible called Jesus the first begotten. All right. He's the firstborn among many brethren. So we are his brethren, is our firstborn. All right. So he has come to bring us into his family. So that brings us also into different families as a family of God. All right. We come together also to celebrate the love that we shared together as a family, and of course the love of Christ that's shed abroad, even in our hearts, by the Holy Spirit, even within us, as a family. So also, importantly, the love that Jesus brought is sacrificial. All right, it's something that we don't deserve, but something that we needed. So he went out of his way to bring that love to us through pain, or through suffering, and through all of those things. So I believe family, this time is a need for families to come together to share that love together, that bond together, that togetherness. All right, where they can think about how far God has brought them, or of course, and see ahead what God also is doing in their lives, even in the future that they're anticipating.
All right, thank you so much, Pastor Martins. Now, I just before I let you go, how do you personally celebrate Christmas? And what does it mean to you? You in particular, apart from being a man of God, what does this Christmas mean to you as a person? And what message would you like to share, with people that have listened to us this afternoon during this news analysis?
Thank you very much. For me as a person, the way I celebrate Christmas is to reach out to people, all right, with the love of God and the love of Jesus. Like today, tomorrow, I'm engaging with some of our friends, engaging in what we call the Love Carnival. All right, it's a way we are sharing the love of God to people. And while we're sharing the love of God to people, meeting their spiritual need, telling them about the love of Jesus and why Jesus Christ came, we are also showing that love, because that's what God did. Not just telling us about the love, but also show the love. We're also showing the love by feeding about 15,000 people, all right, in Amuwo, Apple Junction, today and tomorrow, feeding them, physical food, and of course reaching also into their soul and letting them know about the love of Christ. And for everyone watching me, I want you to just use this opportunity to think about how Jesus loves you so much, and how he sent Jesus to you, all right, to be your savior and to be your redeemer. And what is all that we need to do is to open our heart and embrace this love that God has brought to us. When we take in this love and accept this love, we will enjoy the peace of God. All right, the hope of eternal life, is there, and all the beautiful things that God, had brought Jesus to do in us, for us, and through us will be made manifest, as we await even the coming of our Lord Jesus. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for joining us, Pastor Martins. We really appreciate your presence here on Voice of the People Television Media News. You're watching the Media News on Voice of the People Television, and we just spoke with Pastor Martins, who happens to be the shepherd of the flock in Redeemed Christian Church of God there in Idiraba, yes, in Idiraba here in Lagos State. Okay, we're going to a quick break. When we come back, the rest of the media news continues. Do well to stay with us. Glad to have you back. It's still the Media News and Voice of the People Television. As Christians observe the 2025 Christmas celebrations, troops of the Northeast Joint Task Force Operation Hadinkai have urged members of the public, especially worshippers, to remain vigilant. The advice follows a suicide bomb attack at a mosque in Maiduguri on Christmas Eve, which resulted in casualties. In a statement signed by the Media Information Officer of the operation, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba, the military said surveillance and security have been intensified across Maiduguri and surrounding areas to prevent further incidents, particularly around places of worship during the festive period. Meanwhile, the Borno State Police Command has deployed over 1,000 officers across major streets, flashpoints, and churches as Christians celebrate Christmas. The deployment follows a bomb blast at a mosque on Wednesday evening, which left 12 people dead and 35 others injured. The police public relations officer, Nahum Dasso, said although security measures were already in place, the incident made it necessary to heighten security across the state. He added that the police, in collaboration with other security agencies, will secure worship centers and recreational facilities, while urging residents to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity. In the meantime, the People's Democratic Party has condemned Wednesday's bomb explosion at a mosque in Maiduguri, Borno State, describing the attack as unacceptable and blaming the federal government for failing to protect lives and property. In a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Imi Ememobong, the PDP said the incident heightens the worsening security situation in the country, stressing that the protection of citizens remains the primary responsibility of any government. The party commiserated with the families of the victims, noting that no Nigerian should be killed while worshipping. It also warned that continued attack on places of worship could deepen fear and undermine constitutional rights, urging the federal and Borno state governments to urgently deploy more effective security measures, especially during the festive period. Still in the news, the Sokoto state government has announced new security initiatives aimed at curbing banditry and strengthening peace across the state. Governor Ahmed Aliyu disclosed this while opening the 17th meeting of the State Executive Council in Sokoto, describing security as a top priority of his administration. He said the measures will complement ongoing joint operations with federal security agencies, which he noted are already recording positive results. According to the governor, the strategy focuses on improved intelligence gathering and coordination to disrupt bandit networks and prevent attacks. Governor Aliyu added that his administration continues to provide logistical support to security agencies and called on residents to cooperate by sharing timely and credible information with security bodies. In another development, the Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Ikoye Orotogo, says the ongoing crackdown on criminal elements has made it possible for displaced residents of Ihiala local government area to return home and celebrate Christmas after several years. Speaking to journalists in Oka, Orotogo highlighted the key security breakthroughs recorded by the command in 2025. Our correspondent, Nduo Alese, has more in this report.
Governor Monday Okpebholo has signed the 939 billion naira 2026 appropriation bill.
Lilu, Azia, Osumoru, and other hitherto displaced communities of Ihiala local government area returned home and participated in the November 8th governorship elections. He enjoined those still not in touch with their roots to come home for the Christmas festivities, as there is no longer fears of attacks by non-state actors and other criminal elements.
The disruption of multiple kidnapping syndicates operating across several local government areas. We have been able to subdue in great time, to great extent, the menace of kidnapping occurring every day in the state. Dismantling of criminal hideouts and identified black spots through sourcing raids, patrols, strengthening of community policing structures, ensuring residents remain active stakeholders in security.
According to the Commissioner of Police, officers and men of the command have also made huge recovery of arms and dangerous weapons within a short space of time.
The command recovered over 2,000 arms and ammunition, including explosives and dangerous weapons. Even as of last night, we still recovered certain dangerous weapons as part of our clearance operation.
Ndo Obaleze, VOP TV News.
Thank you so much, Ndo Obaleze, for that wonderful coverage here in Lagos State. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has urged residents to remain calm following a fire outbreak at the 25-story Great Nigeria Insurance Building on Martin Street in Lagos Island. In a statement, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotoso, said no casualty was recorded, while the cause of the fire is yet to be determined. He said the governor immediately directed the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service to intensify response efforts and ensure the evacuation of nearby buildings. Preliminary reports indicate the fire started on the 5th floor of the building, which now serves mainly as a warehouse and retail outlet. Omotoso added that security agencies have cordoned off the area as emergency responders continue safety assessment, assuring residents that the state government remains fully in control of the situation. This report says that the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria has raised concerns over alleged discrepancies between tax laws passed by the National Assembly and the versions gazetted, warning that such differences could undermine governance and public confidence. In a position paper signed by its president, Innocent Ohagwa, the institute called for scrutiny of the process, saying that the integrity of the legislative process is crucial for the rule of law and good governance. The new tax law signed by President Bola Tinubu and set to take effect on January 1, 2026 have prompted allegations of unauthorized alterations. In response, the House of Representatives Speaker Tajuddin Abbas has set up a 7-member committee to investigate the claims. Still in the news, Edo State has moved forward on its 2026 development agenda as Governor Mendo Okpebholo signed a 939 billion naira appropriation bill into law. The bill provides the legal framework to fund key programs aimed at boosting growth, improving infrastructure, and enhancing the welfare of residents. Our correspondent in Benin City, Rhoda Johnny, has more on this report.
Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo has signed the 939 billion naira 2026 appropriation bill, tagged Budget of Hope and Growth, into law after its passage by the Edo State House of Assembly. The signing took place at the Government House in Benin City, where the governor said the 939 billion naira budget is aimed at accelerating development across critical sectors and strengthening the state's economic base. Governor Okpebholo commended the Edo State House of Assembly for the prompt consideration and approval of the bill, noting that the budget will translate into improved welfare and visible projects for residents of the state.
Say a very big thank you because of your proactiveness towards this budget. But I never thought it would be so quick. But to my greatest surprise, you have done a thorough job. I want to once again say a very big thank you. And I believe the budget of hope and growth will catapult Edo State to higher heights.
Speaking earlier, the Speaker of the House, Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, said the 2026 budget prioritizes agriculture and infrastructure, adding that the allocations will boost food security, stimulate growth, and enhance the living standards of Edo people.
The governor is hungry to develop Edo State so that our people will have succor. A walk of 1,000 miles starts with a step, and the governor has started perfectly well. Today, we are here before you, Your Excellency, to present to you for your assent the 2026 approved preparation law, Edo State of Nigeria, that was passed into law by the 8th Assembly of the Edo State House of Assembly today. And the estimate of this budget is 39 billion 850 million only. On that note, we hereby present the year 2026 approved appropriation law to the governor for his assets. Thank you very much, distinguished members.
In Benin, Rhoda Johnny, UOP TV News.
Thank you so much, Rhoda Johnny, for that coverage. Away from that story to some business stories. Latest data from the Nigeria Communications Commission shows that internet usage in Nigeria hits a record 1.24 million terabytes in November 2025, up slightly from 1.235 million in October. Analysts attribute the growth to wider mobile and broadband adaptation, as well as increased use of streaming, online learning, and other digital services. The regulator also reported that broadband penetration has crossed the halfway mark, reaching 50.58% in November, up from 45.61% in January, highlighting the steady expansion of Nigeria's digital economy. From the world of sports, music takes center stage across Morocco on Christmas Day as the African Cup of Nations pauses after the opening round of group stage matches. Fans and host cities will enjoy live performances of Bishop and past Nigerian star Joe Boy headlines in fairs, while Soldier and French rapper Le Fouille perform in Casablanca. Other cities, including Agadez, Rabat, Marrakesh, and Tangier, featured acts like Musa Keys, Sidiki, Diabate, Awilo Lugumba, and more. On the pitch, Morocco, South Africa, Tunisia, Senegal, Algeria, and defending champions Côte d'Ivoire all won their opening matches with 27 goals scored across 12 games. Football resumes on Boxing Day with the second round of group fixtures. In entertainment news, American tennis superstar Venus Williams has married Italian actor Andrea Preti in a ceremony in Florida. The couple shared photos from the wedding on their social media pages. Venus is a 7-time Grand Slam single champion and 4-time Olympic gold medalist, renowned for her powerful game and longevity at the top level. Beyond tennis, she is an entrepreneur, fashion designer, and advocate for gender equality and equal pay in sports. That is it on the Media News and Voice of the People television. But before we go, let's take a quick look at the headlines. Christians observes Christmas Day. Tinubu governors Atiku urge peace. Troop urge vigilance as worship centers. Borno police deploy 1,000 officers after bomb blast. PDP condemns Borno mosque attack. We also told you that CITN raises alarm over tax law changes. In business, we told you that Nigerian internet usage hits 1.4 million terabytes. In sports, Joe Boy Soldier headline AFCON Christmas break festivities. In entertainment, Venus Williams weds Italian actor Andrea Preti. That is it on the Media News and Voice of the People TV. Do also subscribe to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV, and across all the social media platforms, we are VOP TV Live. Up next on the schedule of Voice of the People television is a spotlight show with Precious Agumanu. I am Fina. Okay, Chico, good afternoon and thanks for watching. Once again, Merry Christmas.
ẹ̀yin tèmi ní nàìjíríà lókè òkun mò ń kí yín fún kérésìmesì ọdún yìí á yabo fún wa o gbogbo àlárí bá ti ṣe tààrọ̀ náà gbégbá o I wish my fans all over the world, in Europe, America, Australia, everywhere, a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Catch ya next year.
As the year comes to an end, we want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your hard work, dedication, and the positive vibe you bring to Voice of the People every day. From all of us on the HR, we would like to say Merry Christmas, a happy, prosperous, and healthy New Year. Thank you.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice. The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before. Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I, from social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more, tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count.
Behind every broken desk lies a broken promise. Education shapes the nations. But who is asking the right questions? Introducing Edu Dialogue, the show that goes beyond the surface, exposes the cracks, the corruption, and the silence in Nigeria's education system. Edu Dialogue, Saturdays, 3 p.m., only on VOP TV. We break the biggest stories, from missing funds to policy failures. We ask the tough questions and demand real answers. Edu Dialogue, this Saturday, 3 p.m. on Voice of the People Television.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOP TV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television.
It's a season of love, a season of joy, a season to celebrate you because you deserve it. From all of us at Voice of the People TV, we only want to wish you a very merry, happy Christmas and a prosperous new year ahead.
We are here with the leadership of VOP Television Lagos. We do appreciate this opportunity to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to our viewers all over the world and admirers. Cheers.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeat, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future.